Andy Anderson, recording out at Mystical Mporium, where I've been advertising it here on the vlogs for the last couple of weeks. If you've been watching the social media sites, like Facebook, Google+, Twitter, I've been posting some pictures of some of the things that they have here. And this will be a very interesting vlog in that I am being interviewed by Becky right over here. You can't see her in the screen, but we'll see what kind of questions she'll ask and what kind of answers she'll get.
This could be fun according to the last conversation.
We've been talking all day. It's been fun.
What is the book about? What made you... Well, first tell us what Dragons Amongst Men is about.
Dragons Amongst Men is book 1 of a planned series of 7. And it is the introduction of the characters after Leonardo da Vinci had created a shaman organization back in the early 1500s that had separated dragons and mankind. And so these new characters in today's society are introduced to the reality of dragons.
Okay, so what made you pick dragons?
Well, the fact that I am born in 1976, which is the year of the fire dragon, and my daughter and I were researching our Chinese zodiacs, and we got very interested in what we were, how we actually pertained to the personalities and characteristics of each of our own zodiac. Being that she's a snake, she definitely follows in line with what the snake personality is. And she wanted to write books, and she asked me to help her with hers, and the best way to do it was to go about writing one along with her to mentor her along the way.
Well, that's very interesting. So, do you fit yours, the dragon?
Sometimes. It depends on the type of dragon. I know Bruce Lee was a dragon, and I hope to be more like Bruce Lee.
In what way?
He was very smart. He was ahead of his time, just like Leonardo da Vinci and all the other shaman members that I've included into the series. They were men who were well ahead of their time in how they saw things, how they perceived things, and how they worked with other people to help other people to get more involved in things as well.
So, what are the dragon traits? You said your zodiac is the fire dragon?
I am a fire dragon.
Okay, and what traits did you notice in the fire dragon descriptions that match yours?
We are very creative, which obviously, I've taken a lot of Greek mythology for these book series and intertwined it with dragons and modern day. So that is hopefully something new that you'll see in some novels. As well, dragons are very apt to achieving their goals. When they want something, they go after it, and that is definitely something I do. And that also goes along with the whole moral of the Dragon Veil series.
Oh, wonderful. And that actually brings up another question that I'll hold for just a minute about your other book. Because I have one more question about this.
Okay.
Will we see a character that we would recognize as you in this book?
There are bits and pieces of several different characters that probably personalize me a little bit. The main character, Guy, he's a fire dragon as well, born in 76. So there is an emulation there. However, I don't think my protagonist here is like me at all. In the way he is, he's much more standoffish in the first book. But then Sliverballs is somebody I hope to be in the future.
Well, I definitely would say you're not standoffish at all. So, okay, you said that you hope to achieve your goals, that you're very goal-oriented. A better way might be to say goal-orientated?
Very.
Okay, for a better way for me, because I forgot exactly what you said. The second book here, can you hold? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put this a little bit closer so it can be seen about the glare. Dragon Eyes, Your Dragon Eyes, Goal Setting and Self-Esteem. Now this one did not, from what I could read of it so far, did not look like a novel as much as a kind of a self-help book. Is that correct?
It is more of a self-help book. Along with the 7 books for the series, there's a whole bunch of others. The whole series really does pivot around this little book. You can see it is tremendously smaller than the novel of the series. And this is based off of a goal process. It's an 11-step process that I created when I was a gymnastics coach. And it's what I taught my gymnasts to build their self-esteem through goal setting and working hard. And this is something that will be turned into a seminar, hopefully during 2014. And it helps you to set the goals to become more successful, and the proper steps to set yourself up, become prepared, how to find the proper knowledge in order to build that self-esteem. And whether you succeed or fail on the goal, if you follow the processes in this book, you will always be proud of the efforts that you put into it.
Well, you're either reading my mind or peeking at my list, because that eliminates the next question of what you hope your readers gain from all of this. Are you working on any other books? I mean, you said you mentioned that you have a goal for 7 in this series.
Yeah, the Dragon Veil series is 7 novels plus sub-series, which gives a lot of history backdates of people who have really done a lot in our history, mentors that I have learned from, such as Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Samuel Adams, Benjamin Franklin. These are all members who will be included into the Shaman organization. And I include those because they are people I've been able to learn a lot from. So I'm hoping that I can help others learn a lot of how things are now today with technology, where they came from, where the ideas evolved. And so it's much more than just a story of entertainment.
That's good. Now, you said you merged some stuff in there?
Of course, being a fictional writer, I took the liberty to make things a little bit more to my story.
So let me ask you, and I heard this in our previous conversation, you said you were asked this question once before, so I'm sure that other people are interested as well.
Okay.
After being here in Mystical Emporium and hearing everything you've heard today, what is your current belief on dragons?
Honestly, I'm not exactly sure. I love dragons. I love the thought of dragons. Whether they are real or not is always debatable. We don't see them here in modern society, of course. There has been a lot of archaeological findings of dragons, but what really turned me onto the dragons is the fact that every culture, every history has a dragon story in it. The South Americans with the Quetzalcoatl, the Chinese with the gold dragon, the Europeans always trying to slay dragons. And then also here in Arizona, the Superstition Mountains, that's how they got their name, was based off the Apaches and their stories of dragons. So it's easy to say either way if they do exist or not. I think it'd be really cool if they did in the way I imagine them.
That's amazing. Now, will we find any other mythological creatures within the book?
Well, there's the wyvern in book 1 that is a cousin of the dragon. I haven't exactly decided if I want to include other things.
Okay, well, I'll cut you off there because we don't want to know.
Yeah.
We don't want too much told about the other books coming up. So, okay, I have just one last question. Well, maybe 2. Are you single?
I am single, so.
Okay. And would you go out with me? No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see your reaction. Okay, but are you available for all your readings?
For all my readers?
Yes.
My books are available for all my readers.
Well, actually, that was a good way to put it. Are you available for your readers? Do you have a contact information, somebody, like if they had a question or if they wanted to just communicate with you in some way? Do you have a website or an email that you...
I do. The website is dragonveils, DRAGONVEILS.com. I used to do IE instead of EI. So just to clarify, it is VEILS.com. Or you can contact me at mdanderson@dragonveils.com as well. So I've been promoting the email address a little bit more for people who are interested in having seminars from the Dragon Eyes Your Dragon Eyes book.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.